morning to everyone. Let's see if we have sound. Good yeah, it seems there is sound. Some strange outside noise. Okay, let's see Bitcoin. So this bullish divergence is playing, but I don't think there is too much upside on this one. Actually, I think Bitcoin will roll over to the downside very soon. Let's see the weekly. Yeah, the weekly looks bullish, but we might not be finished here. So we can see that the money flow is steadily going down. We have a green dot here, but I don't trust this. I mean, this can also repaint, so don't trust this on 100%. It looks a little bullish, like Heike Nashi, just about to print a green weekly, but I don't think this is the end. I think we're going to get rejected here. So here either we go up a little bit more or we get rejected, we print another wave down on the daily, which would take Bitcoin maybe 15k, 16k, and I'll buy more in this case. So that's what I think. Let's see, 3 hour is pointing to the downside, 4 hour is also pointing to the downside. Let's see, 1 hour is also a little bit bearish, I would say. 45 minutes, not convincing, choppy. So today I guess the market would be choppy. Not much trades we can make, I guess, only on the lower time frames, I guess. So 30-minute also looks choppy. 15-minute we had a bad diamond, but the price is not falling. We'll see if this wave, let me paint again, if this wave goes up like that and then starts, or we just get supported here and do something like that. That would be interesting. So I'm going to wait for this 15-minute, and in the meantime I'm also going to monitor the 3-minute for some very short-term small scalps, like even 1-minute scalps, very small, short-term. Yeah, on the 15-minute I'm not convinced right now that we go up, so I would wait here a little bit more. 1 minute, wow, it is choppy. This is what I can say. It's choppy, and yeah, the CVD is quite high, so I believe the bearish case is better. I mean, it's safer to short from here, because at some point we might reset this CVD to the downside. So we also below the Ichimoku cloud here. We might go up a little bit more to retest this Tenkan Sen at 20.7 or 20.65 and then get rejected. So if we get rejected here, I'll be shorting. But yeah, there is no bullish reason right now. There is no reason to long. So only shorts, only short-term scalps, shorts. Let's see the daily. I haven't seen the daily Ichimoku from a long time. Oh, so we are right now at the higher band of the Bollinger. We are below the Ichimoku on the daily, and it seems we are getting rejected here. Oh, this is bearish. Seems we're getting rejected with some kind of a doji, or what it's called, hanging man, or I forgot how it's called, but this is bearish. It looks like harami. It's bearish, and we we can at least go down to the lower Bollinger at 19k. So yeah, daily looks bearish. I mean, if even if we go up a little bit more, this Tenkan Sen at 24.8 is, I think it's going to reject the price on the daily. So I'm not I'm not longing. No longs from me. Yeah, so this is what I can say. I painted here a channel. We're holding this channel. I'm wondering when we're going to break it, but so far we're holding this upper band of the channel. Maybe if we start breaking it, there is a good trading opportunity until 20.3. Let's see also. Yeah, this is still consolidating. So 32, so we have 31, still falling down. So it means consolidation is not over. But we are very close to it. I think. Yeah, we might fall a few points here. But when we start going up on this interest over time on the Bitcoin price, it means that the move to the downside is beginning. So pretty nice indicator, I would say. It didn't lie, haven't lied to us the last time. Actually, it was very, yeah, it was very accurate. And yeah, I'm looking for this to start going up, and then we have to short this, and I have to short this. Okay, yeah, that's what I think, basically from my side, my analysis. And I'm also going to play Inspo Crypto analysis, because I think his on-chain analysis is very good. I like the information he's presenting. I don't have to look it myself, to spend time look for it. I really enjoy this. Yeah, that's what I can say right now. Let me see the last chart. So it's very probable that we get rejected here. Okay, so watch for it and act. So here we had some divergence, we fell down. Now we are neutral. I would say we're neutral. We are chopping around, and we are neutral. So not much happening right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Bitcoin Marketplaces. Today earlier, just because I really have the time today, that's something that's not usual. However, we'll check what the market is going to do next. I think the market is going to fool a lot of people making things that nobody is expecting. Some were expecting to lift up. To be honest, I called 21.8 as my top. Even 22, we did even more. 22.600 before they retraced. However, they surprised me because 21k was looking very solid, related to the Gamma call wall or the Gamma put wall, the Gamma wall journal. But SPY was pushing up, and of course it was very useful for Bitcoin. At the same time, we got this Celsius No, yeah, it was Celsius that reported and sent 24,000 bitcoins to FTX, and just close after FTX started to push the price up, while Coinbase, and that was the funny thing, was pushing the price down at the moment, or distributing those tokens they bought at 18 and a little bit higher. So, and it was interesting because they were using futures and at the same time just spot to buy to liquidate shorts. And we are seeing a similar situation. We still have 57% in shorts right now open. It's more, I know why people are shorting it. Otherwise, I'm not sure if we are done here, to be honest. I'm very convinced we will see a huge bearish price action next week, but I'm not sure if something is going to happen today. If I check some um, information, economy events, we will see that just in 1 hour, not farm payrolls will be released and unemployment rate for June as well. That can have a little, I mean, I don't think that the data is going to be a huge difference to their forecasted data or forecasted numbers. Um, and we need to see. We will check now the data, including options, and hopefully we can figure out something that could be helpful. But yeah, I would say the market looks at the moment a little bit more bullish, and I can imagine that even this weekend we could lift up even more before the big nuke. Maybe I'm wrong. We will see. However, let us start as usual with the Willis ratio 30 days moving average. Of course, 30 days. The 30 hours will come afterwards. The 30 days moving average once again rised, and since April it's just rising that much. That's really incredible. I mean, we are doing almost 30% since then. And even if we check, for example, what we did since our leg down, the big one, we can check that. We can say we retraced afterwards. Let us say something that's a new weight ratio cycle. Since then we did 20%, and that's really huge. I'm also noticing big alt movements, but at the same time I don't see any big distribution. I mean, they are distributing, no ways, they are doing it, but we will take a look to some data that doesn't look like, it looks like they are still preparing, in preparation mode, and that's something that's a little bit scary in my opinion. However, we can see here what they are doing, and that's really crazy. That's really, I mean, 71%, that's the daily weights ratio, the daily one. Every time we did such kind of high or peak weights ratio in daily, a big dump happened afterwards. But it's not going to tell you that's going to happen this weekend. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we will nuke this weekend. But in my opinion, next week is going to happen. They need more longs. And at the moment, people are shorting more than longing. That's a problem. So, in my opinion, that has to flip. And it will flip as soon as they generate more FOMO, and afterwards we will decline. When even the last bear starts to think, maybe we bottomed. That's their actually their goal, to fool as much people as they can, and not only retailers. We are also talking about whales because retailers are not playing any big role here anymore, related on liquidity, for example. So let us go forward and take a look what's happening here. If we take a look here, let me see. Uh, that's correct. No. Okay, let me refresh the website. Takes a little bit. Leave me here. Let us see. Takes a little bit because I need this stablecoin supply as well. I don't know why it takes that long, to be honest. Well, oh, come on. I really don't know why CryptoPlan needs so long time to load the stablecoin supply. I really don't know. Wow. Okay. So what we see here actually right now is that the waste ratio whales are, they keep playing it. They are still doing it. It's distribution, but they are not distributing a lot. I mean, they are distributing, but I'm still missing. I mean, we will check the exchange reserves as well and the inflows. In my opinion, they are still in preparation. The waste ratio 30 hours moving average just declined. It's lifting up a little bit at the moment, flipping in trend it seems. The stablecoin reserves on exchanges, as we see here, are lifting up a little bit. Also, not a big thing. We are talking about 400 millions or something. That's not that big because we know they don't only use stablecoins to buy Bitcoin, but also to buy altcoins. And you know, many altcoins are just following Bitcoin. So if they want to push up, they push up altcoins as well. So they need stablecoins for that. Make sense? Um, Stablecoin supply is declining even more. The question is, what happened here? Who burned that? Because that's a burning action that happened here. We need to check. Let us check right now if we can see that. Guys, that's Tether again. Give me the other overview. No. No. Oh, that looks like again uh, like like a data arrow, because I can't imagine we went just directly to zero. That's crazy. That's really crazy. I don't know what happened there. So it looks like that's really, yeah, it's a data arrow. However, not big enough. I mean, we check. I don't know. Can we see stablecoins USDC redeemed total supply? Did it reduce that much? Um, it reduced by 46,911, 46,911. Oh yeah, okay. They reduced USDC by almost 500 million. That matches very well, so everything is fine. Let us go forward to the flow activity and check what's happening there. So let us see what's happening here, and let me check here. So then we see that we received a lot. I mean, yesterday night we received almost 13,000 bitcoins. Yeah, and just before another 2,000. So we received a lot of bitcoins yesterday. If we take the daily one, we see what's happening at the moment. The stablecoin and the Bitcoin inflows are rising again. And at the same time, if we check that, for example, we can see the volume, and it's very interesting. That's the aggregate volume. It's very interesting because if we see the volume is declining while now the inflows are rising again. So let us take a look here. So it declined, went up, declined, and went up a little bit, and that's what we can see here. But in my opinion, that doesn't correlate very well. So in my opinion, that volume should rise even more, and that's not happening. Could be also an indicator that they are accumulating on exchanges for the next big move. Usually that takes a little bit, and something we need to have in mind. So if we go back to the 1 hour time frame, we see that it's rising again, but not big anymore. 1,500 Bitcoin just in the last hour. We can see here that they withdrew Bitcoins yesterday as well. 5,500 here, another 4,400 here. Afterwards, we received those 13,000. Since then, we didn't see, or we can't see any big withdrawals anymore, or any with outflows indicating they didn't sell all of them. Wouldn't surprise me if we would start to see some 3,000, 4,000 bitcoins outflow. However, in my opinion, they are still in the preparation, and also, well, it matches very well to the weights ratio 30 days moving average. Usually when it starts to retrace, it's when it happens. So we need to see. Stablecoin inflows and outflows relatively flat. That was here the biggest one, 160 million, just to go and lift up even more the price. That was while I was sleeping, and I was still convinced 22k it's going to be our top before we start to retrace again. In my opinion, we are not done yet. In my opinion, we will go up a bit more. I don't know if it's going maybe 23, 24. We need to see, because weekends, it's always a big surprise to all of us. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we will go down directly this weekend. So we need to check what's going to happen next, and we will go further to the future market. So option trading, if we take a look right now, here we see the funding rate is lifting up again, while the open interest, let us see what's happening to the open interest here. Oh yeah, declined. The open interest declined. Can I take different colors, please? That makes more sense. Declining, lifting up, and the leverage ratio also declining. So it's indicating that they are demanding more longs while less contracts are, they are closing more contracts or placing less contracts, and the leverage ratio. So also managing a little bit the risk makes sense. Let us go forward and take a look here. We are receiving right now, that's not big at all, 86 millions in stablecoins to derivative exchanges. That's absolutely not big, but we received yesterday, for example, here we can see that 13,200 bitcoins, and just an hour later they withdraw 12,300, indicating they took profit an hour later. And also here we can see 6,000 bitcoins arrived at the same hour, 5,200 they took off, and 1 hour later another 5,000 bitcoins. So they took profit quick, high volume, and I guess even high leverage trades, while the market were demanding more shorts. So also interesting. Let us go forward and take a look what's happening here. And that's a thing that doesn't make me very bearish at the moment, because when I see that here, I mean, I know sometimes the market it's ignoring it, but it's indicating that just because we are lifting up, many are expecting at the moment to go directly down. I would be very careful, because it's always a process. No, it's not. However, we need to check if liquidation map is matching to that here, because sometimes we see, for example, here, if we my mouse, if we check, for example, the coin glass top future traders positions, we see, for example, there are more on the bullish side. On Bitcoin, at least more, and we see here that stablecoin futures on coin margin contracts 50-50, and if we that's the positions. If we take the accounts, there are more in the coin margin contracts, more on the bearish side, indicating on the bullish side, sorry, indicating they are expecting to go up, while in the stablecoin margin contracts more to go down. I would say the big money with 10,000 bitcoins and so on, they are more in that position here. It's wondering, okay, I mean, top future traders positions, why they separate in positions and accounts. Does that make sense, CoinGlass? I'm not sure. You say top futures traders positions and accounts, it would make sense. But well, so Huobi, well, very bearish. OKEX, well, whatever. Doesn't make sense, to be honest. For me, that's the most relevant one, and of course the liquidation map, because the liquidation map would fit more to the time lapse. Let's just take a look. Oh, I can spin again. Let us spin a bit. Give me blue on Binance, because that's Binance. Okay, sorry. On FTX. I would just care about this one, if that's fine for you. As you can't reply, I would need to react all shorts. Do it. I mean, that's nothing. That's absolutely nothing. I guess all these are retailers and all these are way.
So all the shorts have been wrecked. That is showing this upside move and this map.
Or something.
So we can go down again.
Still open. We need to see.
So the same for FTX. This upside move wrecked almost all shorts, and now it's time to go down again. I think this is how I interpret it.
what's going to happen here, but you know, 2570, 2570. Huh. That's the thing, you know, that doesn't match to that here because it rises a lot in shorts, and I need to figure out why it doesn't match. That's really interesting. That's really interesting. We will figure out. Well, let's go forward. So, uh, what's happening here? Actually, nothing big. If we go back and we check what's happening here, SPY, it's retracing. I think I said that yesterday. We should go here, then back to something 107 or something. I think we are very close to it. And SPY, SPX, and Bitcoin are not reacting that good. I mean, if we check if SPY, we know why. We have a huge resistance there. However, if SPY would go and break to the downside from the 107, I think that could trigger a lift up. And that's going to be one of the last before it goes to a rest, and it will retrace. SPY will retrace and DXY will go up again next week. In my opinion, that's where maybe my scenario is going to play out, but we need to see. You see that DXY is pushing more down, so it would make sense, but SPY is fighting. That explains why we are just making this sideways run right now. And yeah, at the moment, it's just, you know, the market is just driven by this coupling synchronization between SPY and Bitcoin. Yesterday it was mainly driven by FTX, as we can see here, for example. They started to push up. You see the volume here, they started to push up much. That was closed after the tweet of Celsius sending 24,000 bitcoins to FTX. And then we had from 21.6 to 22.400, almost $1,000 candle. It seems by the market maker, or it seems by big ways on Binance. We will check if that was Binance. By my opinion, it was Binance. So Coinbase bought a little bit there, nothing big. Gemini didn't anything, and here we go. That's Binance. Look at, isn't that beautiful? That was the market maker for sure. For sure. Absolutely for sure. So we need to see what's going to happen here, and we see Binance is the main driver here. We check on. That was Bitfinex. Bitfinex and FTX did exactly the same. Oh no, that was sorry, wasn't. Oh, they bought also big here. Bitfinex, Bitfinex and Binance. Oh, maybe it wasn't the market maker. It was just Bitfinex. So interesting. Take a look. Bitfinex, huge volume, 2,000 Bitcoin here.
Someone got out of the market. Maybe sells it.
3,700. So that's really huge for Bitfinex, to be honest.
I mean, someone sold big time.
So it seems they pushed up a lot. So very nice to see that. Let us take a look what happened yesterday related to the market maker. And we see here that matches very well to our spot. They had a fund flow of 11,480 bitcoins. If we go back, that was July 7th, 23 o'clock. And if we go here, we see it's exactly the same time. So at the moment, the market maker making some activity, but nothing big. 1,165, then 1,030. If we check the market maker, we can see it lifted up. So it matches a little bit to what I was saying, that it seems yesterday's push also was maybe just driven by the market maker, but not indicating any accumulation yet. That's something we need to be very careful. Very careful. But interesting. Let us go here and check what the others are doing. These guys here were pushing down, so they bought the dip and they are selling it. These guys, nothing, reduced and rised again. Wow, and retailers buying, buying, and buying, buying. That's it. Let us go forward.
Okay, I am not interested in the exchange walls because I know the support and resistance from here, so not really interested. Well, my opinion stays the same, that we are more bearish than bullish and we are safer shorting. That's the conclusion. Sorry if you have been a bull on this rally, but now it's time to switch sides again. We'll see what happens, of course. We can pump from here, although to me it looks unlikely. Enjoy the day, enjoy the Saturday, and see you tomorrow. Peace. Peace.